Tase him. Get on the ground.
Have you ever seen police mock someone as they lie dying? Imagine witnessing officers repeatedly tase a bleeding man while making jokes about his suffering. In today's Audit Archive, a routine arrest turns deadly when officers show complete disregard for a man's deteriorating condition. This disturbing case will leave you questioning police brutality, and the outcome is truly heartbreaking. On August 24, 2018, Tulsa police responded to a disturbance involving a man reportedly yelling and undressing in public near 6th and Main. The body camera footage released by the Tulsa Police Department shows the arrest of 26-year-old Joshua Wayne Harvey, who officers tased during his attempt to flee. Mr. Harvey died 3 days later, on August 27, 2018. This footage allows us to examine the officers' actions and whether their use of force was justified.
Hey, relax. You're okay. Hey, relax. Hey.
Easy.
Relax. Hold up.
Hey, let's just get our car.
Hey, Nigel. Hold up. Hey, let's just get in our cars. There's no reason to freak. I mean, he hasn't done anything yet. He's just acting crazy. We'll just follow him.
Hold his clothes off.
Yeah, he's on something, so we got to catch up to him. There's no reason to freaking. Let's let him wear his towel. We'll catch up to him.
Officers arrived at the scene to find Harvey running away. One officer chased him on foot, but was advised by another to follow him in their vehicles. He fled until he ran into the Arvest Bank at 5th and Main.
Don't run in the bank.
Inside the bank, Mr. Harvey attempted to force open the glass doors. The force caused the door handle to break, sending large shards of glass onto his head. Blood poured from his head as he continued trying to enter the bank.
Let's tase him. Just tase him. Get on the ground. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Roll over.
Put your hands behind your back. Roll over. Hands behind your back.
Go harder! Go!
Hands behind your back.
Put him behind your back.
You got one cuff?
We got one cup.
Two officers tased Mr. Harvey, causing him to fall to the ground, still covered in his own blood. He attempted to get up, but was tased again, falling once more as he struggled against the officers.
Those are mine.
Yeah!
All right, son.
Woo! Hey! No!
There, never mind.
Please.
See where I'm going. You got another cuff cut? Here. No. Give me that one. Here.
Yeah!
Give me this one. Give me this one. All right, let's get the other hand. Let's get the other hand. Okay. All right, let's get the other hand. I'm working.
Get it out. Get your hand out.
Get your hands, guys.
Get your hand out.
You want to get this one? I got this hand.
Get your hand out. Take it out.
Locked in one more tickle. All right, that's good. Here, hold on.
Here,
Hey,
I'll try and get it out.
Here, you got this one.
Yeah, I'll try and get it out, Jay.
Okay.
Jay, let him go.
Let Nigel get it out. I've got this one. Just keep him down.
Hold up. Hold up. All right, let's get that over here. Let's get that over here, just like we got it.
Officers struggled to handcuff Mr. Harvey as he continued resisting. They repeatedly tased him until he was too weak to resist, finally securing his hands and feet when he had no energy left.
No! Hey! Hey! Those driving freaky!
I guess the glass got him as he broke the window.
Oh yeah. There's no way we got him without Taser. We would have been wrestling him for an hour. Yeah, he's a tough kid.
Yeah!
Didn't care.
No!
Didn't give a
I hope you don't have AIDS, because
Oh, dude, I know.
crap. I got some.
look at this gal. She's filming us the whole time. Standing there.
Good for her. Jeez.
What's your name, partner?
Hey, Nigel, turn those two off, will you?
We'll probably get some more today. Got some bad dope downtown.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there'll be more because they'll see this and they'll all want some. PCP.
Damn, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. You guys have to do that if you tase somebody?
No!
Yes. Let's do. Put your knee right there. You can just a little bit, and then you can actually lean on him. There you go.
The officers discussed the possibility that Mr. Harvey was under the influence of a substance. Meanwhile, Harvey continued pleading for help, repeatedly calling no and help.
Help me!
We are.
Go ahead.
All kind of help going on.
Jesus! Allah! Hey,
Gotta pick one.
You can't ask them both.
Allah!
There you go.
Jesus!
Gotta be consistent.
Jesus!
Yeah, we're gonna have to strap him down to a freaking gurney.
Yeah, that's gonna be something.
Let's have him get the shot right now.
Hell yeah.
Give him a shot right
Yeah, because this. No, because he should be flopping around like a fish.
Hey! Take your tasers off!
No.
Take them off!
Huh?
Dying! He's about to kill me!
No. They'll be able to take care of all that. It's just bleach is all they need to do.
Bring your shot.
Jesus!
As Mr. Harvey lay on the ground, his head covered in blood, he begged for help and called out to different deities. Officers continued to joke about his situation, showing little concern for his well-being.
Locked in there.
And then, of course, good way to do it is, because he has this. Yeah, I always do when it happens. Because usually you've got a hole right here, so you get your hand up under there. Don't let him grab your arm. Put your hand under there, and then put your arm will be like this, and his forearm will be through here. And you put your hand up to that hole, and then you just go like this, and it starts to leverage. Is all. Help is here. We're already here.
An officer sarcastically commented on Mr. Harvey's strength while he struggled to move, showing no remorse for his miserable condition.
What's your name?
Hey, what's your name?
Help.
Help is not your name. What's your name?
Name George?
No!
You said your name is George?
Help. You better take that.
Well, maybe on some of those papers.
051.
Was that his paper?
Officers attempted to engage Mr. Harvey in conversation, asking his name and where he was from, but he could not respond, still calling out for help.
His hip right there.
Yeah. You got the what they call the neuromuscular incapacitation.
He just went.
Yeah.
Charlie 247.
Are they gonna come in or no, or are they just gonna chill?
I told him to tell.
Charlie 218.
So one of you guys double shot it.
Tell them they need to bring the shot in here.
Officers discussed one of the tasers possibly malfunctioning, but were unsure which one was ineffective.
That's
The breaking glass, cutting.
Thank you. Give me double it up, man. You can double it.
all around.
Yeah.
One
Give me
for
a shot too.
Bring around for everyone.
Yeah, we all need one right now.
Bring around for all of us.
The officers noted that the glass from the door was the likely cause of Mr. Harvey's injury. They continued making light of the situation, even joking about the medical treatment he might need.
What's your name, George, buddy?
Mr. Harvey appeared unable to recognize his name, indicating his deteriorating condition.
Yeah. Yeah, I think mine was the only one working after because he turned and I think it broke that lead right there. Whatever. Well, hey, this will be your first blue team. We'll do a little blue team on it, and we'll have to tell them how we're not sure which taser was working.
Despite his weakened state, officers claimed Mr. Harvey was still attempting to get up, but his movements were slow and uncoordinated. Again, them discussing being unsure which taser was not working and laughing about it.
It's gonna be a quick trip, 2749 Capitol Place.
Is he still breathing?
2749
Okay.
Capitol Place is reference auto theft. It says that he's waiting
Well,
on the
it's-
to
Joshua Harvey.
pick up his vehicle and he found a bag of what appears to be drugs inside the car. So I'm not sure if it's been
Yeah, he's been
recovered
breathing.
arrest yet or not. It's 804.
Josh.
Adam, 241.
Hey, we're gonna take. I'm gonna take these off.
Do you want to get these pros out of the back?
Hey, I'm gonna take these leg irons off.
847 East 51.
Paramedics arrived on the scene, confirming that Mr. Harvey was still breathing but unresponsive. The officers removed his leg cuffs as paramedics attended to him.
Head looking the way it is, probably need to take him over to St. John's.
Okay. I think it's mostly the glass that fell on his face. So, because he never really smashed his head, but
I would agree.
but I know what you mean. No, he doesn't look good. He looks like
Do that,
When paramedics noted Mr. Harvey's serious head injury, the officers continued to downplay the situation, attributing the injury mostly to the glass from the door. Joshua Harvey was transported to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead on August 27, 2018. Harvey's parents and their attorneys held a news conference and filed a lawsuit. The lawsuit is against the city of Tulsa. Tulsa Police Department officers Nigel Harris, Stephen Douglas, Jay Taylor, Patrick Dunlap, former Chief Charles Jordan, and American Medical Response Ambulance Service Incorporated. His family is hoping for a judgment in their favor due to the unconstitutional use of force and their being granted $75,000 in damages, and the case is still ongoing. Another case of potentially unjustified use of force is when on July 14, 2024, Orlando police responded to a 911 call from Miss Rachel Ellis's boyfriend, who reported that she was suicidal and armed with a knife. Officers, including a crisis negotiation team, attempted to de-escalate the situation by contacting Miss Ellis over the phone. However, after she exited her apartment twice holding knives and charged toward the officers, they opened fire, fatally wounding her. The entire incident was captured on body camera footage, allowing us to review whether the officers' use of force was justified and if they acted appropriately under the circumstances.
You're on the phone with her right now?
Hey, we good? We're just coming to talk to you, okay?
Can I talk to her?
Yeah, hold on. I got one of the gentlemen right here.
What's her name?
Her name's Rachel.
Rachel. What's going
Sorry,
on?
when you get here, out in front of the building.
What do you mean? I mean, I literally just got here, so I have no idea what's going on.
There's two others.
Honestly, right now, I feel like I beat every guy's fucking ass. That's how I feel right now.
What can I do to help you?
I figured you're trying to help.
Make sure we keep her contained.
I'm ready to fuck everybody up. I'm ready to fuck everybody up. I'm not.
Flies off the hand.
Hey, I'm with a boyfriend. I'm on the phone with her.
Why does everybody keep calling me down? Let your friend
Ma'am?
go have a night at the door. So don't play with me.
What's
Just got
going
kitchen on.
What's going on?
Supposed to be a burgundy shirt and black
Ma'am?
pants.
No, I'll fuck him up. I'm not playing. Like, I will fucking kill somebody.
No, she's
I'm
not.
not the fucking man.
Well,
Okay?
what's making you feel this way?
No, I'd rather kill myself or I kill somebody else. I don't give a okay, there you go.
Something just triggers in her mind like that. She don't understand.
Yes, this is bar 13.
So it's either me or somebody else. I don't give a
We don't.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll fuck them up.
We don't want anyone to get hurt, ma'am.
We're just trying to calm everybody down.
We don't want anyone to get hurt, ma'am.
That's what we're here for.
I don't give a I'm hurt.
You're hurt?
Okay?
What's hurting?
It doesn't. Man, you fucking psychologist. Get out of my fucking face. No. No. I'm saying right now, I'm going through a lot of shit. And no.
We can help you.
I bet you can.
If you give me the chance, I can help you.
I bet you fucking
I don't know if
can.
she's
Send
got
me
some
to
other
a
two up
fucking
there with her right
hospital.
now.
That's how it goes.
The scene opens with a police officer seen driving towards a man who is on the phone with Miss Ellis. The officer approaches the man's window, and the man hands him the phone. The officer asks what's going on. Miss Ellis, on the other end of the phone, responds that she doesn't want to talk about it. The officer, still unaware of the situation, informs his partner that he's just arrived and is on the phone with Miss Ellis. He asks again what's happening, and Miss Ellis's voice trembles as she replies, "I'll kill someone or kill myself." The officer assures her that they are there to make sure that no one gets hurt, but Miss Ellis, clearly distressed, retorts that she is already hurt and tells the officers he's not a psychologist. The conversation reveals the deep emotional strain Miss Ellis is under as she struggles with her thoughts.
Where was she? Is she even at the apartment? Or is she out here in the...
I'm sorry, was it Rachel?
Rachel, yeah. I don't know where she's at, though. Okay.
Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. When I called, I told her to hang it up. You gotta take it out like you've done before.
Yeah. How do I get to the apartment?
Right inside there.
Okay, let me just move my car out of the way. I'll move the park over there and then meet me by the door.
Yeah.
I think she's in the apartment still.
Okay, I'm letting with her now. I see.
The male officer, still holding the phone, gets out of the car and approaches the scene. He walks towards the female officer and Miss Ellis's boyfriend, who is with her, all while still talking to Miss Ellis. The male officer hands the phone over to the female officer, who begins trying to calm Miss Ellis down, asking her questions to help her open up. Meanwhile, the male officer speaks with Miss Ellis's boyfriend, asking him for directions to Miss Ellis's apartment. The officer then parks the car and prepares to enter the building.
Is it on the first floor? The other two guys are up there. I just don't know if did they meet her yet?
She's still in there. She's still in the apartment. This one?
I just don't want her to pull some freaking knife and then end up doing something crazy.
Yeah. No, we don't want that either.
I'm sorry you're hurting. I'm really sorry you're hurting. I want to try to help you, but you gotta help me.
She's got custody battle. She went to rehab for him.
I know. I'm so sorry you're hurting.
We're coming.
After parking, the officer grabs a shield from the trunk of the car and enters the building with Miss Ellis's boyfriend, following him towards Miss Ellis's apartment. The female officer remains on the phone with Miss Ellis, trying to comfort her by telling her that she is sorry for the pain she's experiencing and emphasizing that she genuinely wants to help her, but Miss Ellis needs to help herself too. As they head to the elevator, the female officer continues the conversation, repeating her desire to offer assistance while urging Miss Ellis to cooperate for her safety.
That's fine.
Okay,
So
it's hard to do the negotiations and be on the radio at the same time. So I'm gonna try to do my best. Yeah, I'd rather speak with her, not you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, just stay with her.
Right, I got to do it now.
Miss Ellis hangs up the phone, and the female officer turns to the boyfriend, telling him to call Miss Ellis again. She says that it's difficult to negotiate and handle the radio simultaneously, but she's doing her best. When the boyfriend calls Miss Ellis again, the female officer takes the phone from him and begins talking to Miss Ellis directly. The officers exit the elevator and approach Miss Ellis's apartment door. Another officer is seen approaching the apartment from the opposite side of the hallway. The tension is rising as the officers prepare for what's to come.
Because you guys knocked. Here, you get this. See this, that way you have a better angle. Leslie, too. Yeah. Okay.
Suddenly, noise comes from inside Miss Ellis's apartment. The male officers immediately react by drawing their weapons, with 3 male officers positioning themselves in the hallway, keeping a safe distance. The female officer is heard in the background. The male officers, sensing a possible danger, maintain their distance as they watch the apartment, preparing for confrontation.
Yeah. Rachel, this is Loida. Can you come outside? I just want to talk to you. I heard you got a job at TJ Maxx and you were doing great. I know you're hurting, but I just want to talk to you out here. Can you open the door and come outside? We just want to help you, Rachel. If you can answer the phone or open the door and come outside. Hey, Rachel. I just want you to come outside so we can talk. Listen, I know you got a job at TJ Maxx. I know.
The officers again approach Miss Ellis's apartment door, and the female officer, Loida, calls out to Miss Ellis, asking if she could step outside or pick up the phone. Officer Loida says she just wants to talk to her and starts a conversation, trying to ease Miss Ellis's emotional state. She mentioned that she heard Miss Ellis recently got a job at TJ Maxx. Miss Ellis answers the phone, and the officers back off slightly to give her space. Loida continues speaking, gently encouraging Miss Ellis to come outside so they can help her.
Yeah, I do. How can I help you? Tell me, what can I do? I want to what? Yes, I do want you to come outside so we can talk. Where?
We're right out here, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey.
Drop the knife, please.
No.
Rachel.
Drop the knife, please.
Drop it, shit.
Drop the knife.
Put the knife down, Rachel.
Exactly what I'm fucking
Rachel,
saying.
drop the knife.
Fuck you.
Drop the knife, Rachel. Whoop. Rachel.
Rachel, we can't do it like that, okay?
Officer Loida persists, telling Miss Ellis that she wants to help her and asking her to step outside so they can talk. Miss Ellis hesitates, asking, "You want me to come outside?" After a moment, Miss Ellis opens the door, holding a knife in her hand. The officers immediately shout at her to drop the knife and point their guns at her. Miss Ellis, frightened, retreats into her apartment, and the officers continue to shout her name, urging her to stop and comply.
Rachel, drop the
Rachel,
Rachel.
drop that other knife. She does a knife in her left hand.
Okay. Drop the knife, Rachel. Please, drop the knife. Rachel. Rachel, she still has the knife. Rachel, please.
Drop the knife. We're
Drop
going
the
to help
knife.
you, Rachel.
Drop the knife, Rachel. I want to help you.
Rachel, put the knife down, please.
Put gloves on.
Yes, your left hand.
Put gloves on. Rachel, please drop the knife. Hey. Go. Go this way. Rachel, drop the knife, please. We want to help you. Let us help you. Rachel.
Drop the knife, please.
Drop it so we can help you. We want to come help you.
Get in. Rachel, please drop the knife.
Officer Loyeda continues speaking with Miss Ellis on the phone, telling her that she cannot come outside holding a knife and emphasizing that they don't want anyone to get hurt. Ellis, however, opens the door again, this time running toward the officers while holding the knife. The two male officers standing at the front immediately point their guns at her, ordering her to stop. When Miss Ellis doesn't stop, both officers proceeded to fire their weapons, shooting her multiple times. Miss Ellis falls to the ground, still holding the knife in her hand. The officers continue to shout at her to drop the knife, with one officer saying that she still has it in her left hand. The other officer tells her to drop the knife. As they speak, a man is seen further down the hallway, and the police tell him to go back inside, warning him about the potential for crossfire.
Rachel, drop that knife, please.
Let it go.
Let us help.
All right, hey, you think Figueroa could come in with his baton and knock that out of her hand? Told her to let him go out and we're gonna have to get that before he comes in.
Well,
Rachel, drop the knife, please.
she still has a knife in her hand, it's still moving.
Yep. Rachel, if you can hear me, just drop the knife out of your palm.
Stay inside. Close the door.
See? He's still holding my life and trying to get out of my hand. Just have those keep up and come over on stage.
What are you gonna do?
Hold the wrist.
Okay. Wait. Who's cover?
Just there.
Your cover?
Yep.
Who's grabbing the knife?
You.
Ready?
Yes, go. All right.
Got the knife.
The officers, still pointing their weapons at Miss Ellis, continue to shout at her to drop the knife as she lies on the ground. Loyeda confirms that Miss Ellis still has the knife in her hand and that it is still moving. One of the male officers who fired at Miss Ellis approaches her cautiously, grabbing a shield for protection. The officers move toward Miss Ellis and, after checking her hand, remove the knife from her grip.
We need more units to the scene.
Stay back inside, please. Stay inside. Close the door.
Rachel, talk to me.
You guys feeling any vitals?
Look at me.
If she's still breathing.
Rachel, still breathing. Rachel.
Hey, Edward, let us know you don't breathe.
Rachel, look at me.
Got it.
Rachel, can you open your eyes?
Look at
Man,
me,
I felt that
Rachel.
breath, Rachel.
144.
Rachel, look at me. Tell her to do.
Rachel.
Look at me, Rachel.
Hey.
Kilo 42 Smith on about 3 minutes out.
Stay off the video. Look at me, Rachel. Rachel. Rachel.
416, Trevor.
Stay off the radio.
You guys stay off the radar, please.
Rachel. Hey.
Officer Loyeda and the male officer begin administering chest compressions to Miss Ellis. As they try to revive her, the officers are seen shushing onlookers, urging them to return to their apartments. Loyeda continues talking to Miss Ellis, urging her to open her eyes and look at them as they performed life-saving measures. The tension in the hallway is palpable as bystanders watch anxiously while the officers fight to stabilize Miss Ellis.
Hey, the knife is behind you.
Yep.
There's people walking over there.
All right, I'll secure this.
I'm good. I'm gonna go because I'm holding a lot of blood in. Rachel, look at me. Rachel. Rachel.
Hey.
Look at me, Rachel.
Officer Loyeda, still focused on Miss Ellis's condition, tells the male officer that the knife is behind him. As more people gather in the hallway, the officer moves to cover the knife to ensure no one approaches it. Then Officer Loyeda and the male officer continue to encourage Miss Ellis to stay with them, calling out for help to keep her breathing as they work to save her life.
Rachel.
Go back now. Can't come up here. Go back now.
After that, Officer Loyeda and the male officer continue to call Miss Ellis's name, urging her to keep breathing. In the background, a family exits the elevator, but the officer guarding the knife instructs them to go back into their apartments, ensuring the area remains secure. The emotional weight of the situation continues to hang in the air as the officers try to stabilize Miss Ellis.
You got gloves? Anybody got gloves?
I got it.
Brian, come on. Brian's coming over.
Okay, call for what, please?
We have it at 2022 pound.
Come on, Rachel.
Copy, thank you, 51 right now.
Paramedics arrive on the scene and immediately begin administering first aid to Miss Ellis, who is still lying on the ground. They quickly assess her condition and begin working to stabilize her. The officers continue to direct the paramedics, providing necessary information about the situation. Despite the chaos, the paramedics work quickly to address Miss Ellis's critical injuries.
Just 1014, we've got a caller coming in with the gunshot. Requesting an officer meet with us. Department 137.
What's the apartment number?
Just come up to the third floor.
Just come up to the third floor.
This is Department 1306.
All the team here?
Yeah, I think they're coming up.
Come on, Rachel. Go pick her up. Rachel!
Where are they at?
Wake up, Rachel!
Close the door, please.
The officers request additional backup, calling for 3 more units to respond upstairs. One of the male officers can be heard telling Miss Ellis to wake up as they continue to assist the paramedics and try to keep her alive. The urgency of the situation is clear as more units are called onto the scene.
Where's he shot?
I need somebody to stay on those floors and not let anybody in.
Stomach, abdomen, and one up here on the chest.
More paramedics arrive, and they begin asking the officers where Miss Ellis was shot. The officer responds saying she was shot in the stomach and chest. The paramedics work swiftly to provide more first aid, ensuring that Miss Ellis receives the care that she urgently needs.
Clutch the casings on the knives, guys. Shit. Okay, just you're fine right there. You're fine right there.
Hold on. We got a lot. She's still showing up. We go to the orderly after.
140, do you want to treat this? Do you want to scene or no?
I see. You got a sister. Do you want her to come to the scene or I'm seeing?
Have an Oscar 750.
You got a sister. Yes.
It's a problem. As soon as they finish.
Yeah. Okay. It's on the rider, so we can.
The paramedics bring in a stretcher, carefully placing Miss Ellis onto it and preparing to transport her. As they move her towards the elevator, the officers continue to assist, ensuring that everything is in order. The tension in the air begins to ease as Miss Ellis is taken out to receive further medical treatment, though the emotional impact of the events continues to weigh heavily on those involved. As of now, the investigation is ongoing, and the names of the officers involved have not been released due to Marcy's Law. The findings of the FDLE investigation will be reviewed by the state attorney's office, and an internal investigation will follow to determine whether if the use of force was justified or not. Another example of police lashing out at a civilian is when on June 29, 2021, Aurora Police Sergeant Ed Akuti was caught on body camera footage verbally abusing a 17-year-old female driver during a routine traffic stop. The incident began after the teen was pulled over on suspicion of speeding, and things quickly escalated escalated when her male passenger fled the scene, leaving behind a stolen, loaded gun. The teenager, visibly upset and concerned for her child, was verbally assaulted by Sergeant Akuti, who repeatedly shouted profanities at her and used excessive force. The body cam footage led to an internal investigation.
What did I do? Hey, what did I do?
The video starts as Sergeant Akuti aggressively pulls the male passenger out of the car after discovering that he was carrying a stolen, loaded gun. There is no explanation for the teen driver, who remains in the vehicle, unsure of what is happening.
You're not doing anything to him.
Taser! Oh, you...
Oh, you're good. You all right, man?
Yeah.
The male passenger attempts to flee, and the officers begin chasing him. One officer is heard shouting, "Tase him." However, during the pursuit, Sergeant Akuti trips. While fleeing, the male passenger drops the gun, which is later collected as evidence. Meanwhile, the teen driver remains visibly shaken in the car, watching the escalating situation.
Stop doing me!
Stop
That's
fooling.
why I'm not
Stop.
doing nothing!
Stop!
Call my mom, please! I'm not even doing nothing!
Stop.
Okay, is there any
I will sit down! I will sit down!
Let's
Just
sit
please
down.
get off of me!
Let's see you now. Let's go on the curb and sit down.
I don't even know why he was.
The teen girl is now handcuffed and visibly distraught, crying and shouting as she pleads with the officers to let her speak to her mother. She says, "Please let me talk to my mom. I'm underage." But the officers ignored her pleas. One officer simply says that was on him, dismissing her concerns.
You guys call my mom. Y'all have the gun. I don't even know he had that on him. I just picked him up from his dad's house.
to hide, right?
I didn't even know he had that on him.
Okay.
Well,
The second he came out, you tried running to the car.
No, I looked. I see. They had commotion going on, and I looked. If I wanted to run, y'all was worried about him. If I wanted to run, you know I would have ran the other way. I did not want to run. You know I did not want to run. If I wanted to run, I would have tried to run. I didn't try to run. None of that. I'm just my son. They just called me. My son had.
The teen can be heard explaining that she didn't know her passenger had a gun. "I didn't even know he had that on him," she says as the officer inspects the gun and begins to remove the bullets for evidence. When asked why she was running, he explained that she wasn't running. "I wasn't running. If I wanted to run, I would have gone the other way," she states. However, her explanation does little to calm the officer's anger.
Act like an adult and he'll talk to you like an adult. Then shut your
Kill people. That's what the red police do.
Sit
Kill
your
me.
fucking
Kill me.
ass.
Help! 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 Help!
Stop fucking
This is what y'all do! This is what y'all do! Y'all kill people! Call my mom!
Shut up!
Y'all kill people!
Shut up!
This is what y'all do! Y'all kill people! Y'all kill people! I was gone with y'all. If we wanted to run, forget him. If I wanted to run, you think I would have pulled over?
Well, then start acting like an adult. And stop yelling and screaming because it gets you nowhere.
My son.
Nowhere.
God is that my son has a gash in his head. I'm scared. Y'all don't understand now. I'm just scared. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just scared.
Take a deep breath and relax, okay?
As the teen becomes more distressed and begins to shout, Sergeant Akuti retaliates by yelling at her to shut your fucking mouth and telling her to act like an adult. When she stands up in protest, the officer forcefully shoves her back down, ordering her to sit. Despite her cries for help, he continues to use physical force to keep her sat. She repeatedly says, "If I wanted to run, I never would have pulled over," and apologizes, stating that she's scared.
Why won't y'all just do the simple thing of calling my mom?
I can't do that for
I'm
you.
doing my job.
I can't do
Don't
that.
tell me how to do my job.
Fuck you.
Fuck.
You're a cracker.
The teen continues to plead with the officers, asking them to contact her mother. Sergeant Akuti shouts at her again, telling her that he is doing his job, and swears at her once more, showing no concern for her emotional distress.
Help me! Help me! Please, why am I coming? In his head.
You're old enough to drive a car without a license. You're old enough to have a son. Act it. You think I'm out here playing? And I'll tell your mom the same thing. I'm sure your mom will be real happy that your fucking has got a gun in his hand, running around fucking. Whose is this? Tell me whose is this? Because it's gonna go to the pound, and I don't give a fuck how you get around. Are we mouth shut? I'll make your life a living hell from this fucking day forward. You wanted it, you earned it. I don't care how the you are. Let that.
The sergeant becomes increasingly hostile, stating she should go to jail for obstruction. He criticizes her for being old enough to drive without a license and for having a child, telling her to act it. He then punches her car in frustration, screaming, "You wanted it, you fucking earned it. I don't care how old you are." His aggression and lack of professionalism escalate the situation even further.
She's on the phone? Yeah. No, she could come pick her up at the jail after we process her on the summons.
This is getting code, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
An officer contacts the teen's mother, telling her that she can pick up her daughter from the jail once she is processed. This officer, who had previously shouted at the teen, now seems calm and matter-of-fact, stating that the situation is under control, despite the clear mistreatment shown in the body cam footage.
So I pull her over and ask her to step out of the vehicle because she has a permit. I was planning on towing the vehicle because neither of them have a license. We took her out, but then when we took her baby's father out, he ran from my partner and my sergeant as a gun fell out of his pants. Unfortunately, thank God, nobody got hurt, but he ran from the police with a gun coming out of his pants as the cop was trying to grab him and take him down. And your daughter started freaking out, started screaming, trying to pull away from me. She didn't get thrown down or anything like that. We put her in handcuffs, set her down. She started screaming that the cops kill people, and started yelling "F you" at my sergeant as loud as she could over and over again. So we tried calling you before, but she just wouldn't calm down. But she's finally a little bit more calm, and that's why we were able to call you. She wasn't even able to give me your phone number. She was just yelling "F you" to my boss. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, she was going 68 and 40. Flew past us. So she is. Yeah, she's gonna go get processed at the jail and get charged. So you're gonna have to come pick her up at the jail.
What is she getting charged with?
The driving, obstruction, and license status.
What is she getting charged with obstruction for?
So she started pulling away and resisting when I tried putting her in handcuffs, and 2 cops were chasing her baby's father who just dropped a gun on the sidewalk. So she started pulling away and trying to prevent me from putting her in handcuffs.
Isn't that resisting arrest?
Yes.
Obstruction is a very serious charge.
Sergeant Akuti speaks with the teen's mother, explaining that the teen was arrested for exceeding the speed limit and that the officer had initially planned to tow the vehicle. He goes on to say that the girl freaked out and tried to pull away from the officers. He claims she was swearing and shouting "F you" at the officers and that she refused to provide her mother's contact information. He further explains that the teen will be charged for driving without a license and obstruction. The mother expresses concern over the obstruction charge, disregard, stating that that is a serious offense. The footage and reports from fellow officers led to an internal investigation. Sergeant Ed Akuti was placed on paid administrative leave while the department reviewed the incident. After an investigation into the officer's unprofessional conduct, particularly his use of profanity and aggressive treatment of the team, the department concluded that Akuti had violated departmental policies. On November 30th, 2021, Akuti was officially suspended, though the department did not release specific details of any further disciplinary action. The incident added to growing scrutiny of the Aurora Police Department, which had been under investigation for other high-profile cases involving excessive force and misconduct. The teen in this incident, whose identity has not been publicly disclosed, was not charged with any crimes beyond the initial traffic stop and was ultimately released. Be sure to check out our previous video where we cover another outrageous police encounter